Hello everyone, and welcome to the CLO Virtual Summit 2025, Empowering Creators, Shaping Tomorrow with CLO. My name is Boyun Kim, your Customer Experience Manager. When we look at our global community, one region consistently stands out: Asia. From the established community in Hong Kong to the rapidly growing users in Indonesia, Vietnam, and across Southeast Asia, your passion is undeniable. We see it in your incredible engagement across all our channels, from YouTube and social media to our online community and workshops. This energy is what inspires us to be closer to you. In recognition of this, we opened our Jakarta office last year, and this year proudly expanded with a new office in Ho Chi Minh City. And that brings us to today. This summit is our way of saying that your creativity and impact deserve a stage. It is our promise to empower you, the very creators who are shaping what comes next, and to provide a dedicated space for this incredible community to connect, share, and thrive. Today, you'll hear inspiring stories and practical tips from experts in your region, all designed to help you on your creative journey. Thank you for being such a vital part of our global story. Welcome to the summit.
Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Sunny, a software product manager here at CLO Virtual Fashion. It's fantastic to see so many of you here today. This year has been huge for us. We've launched two major updates, CLO 2025.0 and 2025.1, packed with powerful new tools that will make creating digital garments faster and more intuitive than ever. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through some of the most exciting new features and show you how they can help you bring your creative visions to life, even if you're just starting out. Before we dive into the new features, let me give you a quick overview of where CLO fits in the world of digital fashion. Our ultimate goal is to empower the creation of every garment on earth. CLO is the heart of a larger ecosystem that includes tools for everything from 3D design to creating assets for films, games, and the metaverse. We also have platforms like CLOset, which helps you collaborate with others and bring your designs to the market. While the ecosystem is vast, our focus today is on you and how the CLO software can help you design garments quickly and easily. Everything we do at CLO is guided by one simple principle: helping you design garments quickly and easily. This is the driving force behind every update and the new features. To achieve this, we focus on 4 key areas. Effortless and intuitive. Make the software feel natural and easy to use. Seamless workflow. Ensuring a smooth creative process from start to finish. All in one, bringing more essential tools directly into CLO. And finally, boost assets, helping you create stunning, realistic, and detailed assets. Let's look at some example of how our latest updates deliver on this promise. We believe that a great design tool should feel like an extension of your own creativity without any interruptions. That's why we focus on creating a more seamless and intuitive workspace. First, you'll notice our continuously updated interface, which is more clean and user-friendly. A major step in our latest 2025.1 update is the new embedded web view that's more neat and has appealing visuals. This seamless experience extends to our library window. Now, you can enjoy features from Connect without ever having to leave the software. No more switching between windows or breaking your creative flow. It's all right there, integrated into workspace, and saves you time and keeps you focused. Now for the fun part, creating garments. We've introduced some incredible new features that give you more creative freedom regardless of your experience level. Let's start with this common task, fitting your garment onto different avatars. We've made a huge improvement to our auto-fitting tool. Now, when you resize a garment for a new avatar, CLO cleverly maintains its topology, hence the mesh details will remain the same. But our simulation improves go beyond just garments. You can now apply a realistic soft body simulation to any object you import into CLO. This is a huge creative boost. Thinking about designing a realistic, squishy cushion for a virtual sofa or a plush toy. This feature allows you to bring entire environment to life with incredible realism right inside CLO. And what if you're new to pattern making? Our new AI-powered pattern drafter is a game changer. It allows you to create a draft of your pattern with incredible ease, helping you visualize and iterate on your ideas faster than ever before. For those who want to be more experimental, you can use the 3D pen tool to sketch garments with volume directly into the 3D window. It's an intuitive way to sculpt your designs and add a touch of artistic freedom to your work. We're always looking for bringing more functionality into CLO so you can do everything in one place. A perfect example is our seamless blocking tool. This feature lets you create seamless blocks directly within your design. While you could do this with some workarounds, it's now much faster and easier. This is especially useful for creating clean, professional-looking knitwear. We've also enhanced our mesh retouching capabilities. You now have more intuitive brush selections and a double-sided retouching option. This gives you finer control to perfect the shape and fit of your garment directly onto the 3D model, ensuring it looks exactly right from every angle. And when it's time to share your work, our new customizable export presets make it incredibly easy. You can now save your preferred settings for different 3D file formats, streamlining your workflow when exporting to other platforms or collaborating with others. The details are what make a design truly stand out, and we've added some amazing tools to help boost your assets. A new creative leap is here. The AI graphic generator now supports embroidery, transforming any image into realistic stitch designs you can directly use in CLO. This is just the beginning of the changes that will unlock even more customization possibilities. We've also introduced new denim wash presets. With just a few clicks, you can apply authentic washes and textures to your denim designs, saving you tons of time. Finally, we've improved the zipper so that you can easily manage zipper assets within the object browser. Adjusting everything from the teeth style to the puller details is now much more precise and is all handled in one convenient tab. It's these little things that make a big difference. Thank you so much for your time today. As you can see, our latest updates, CLO 2025.0 and 2025.1, are all about empowering you to design garments quickly and easily. I encourage you to jump in and explore this new feature for yourselves. For more detailed tutorials and inspiration, be sure to visit the CLO website and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The world of digital fashion is constantly evolving, and we're committed to providing you with the latest tools to be a part of it. We can't wait to see the incredible designs you create. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm thrilled to have you here at our virtual summit. I'm Tracy Ho and together with my colleague Chester Low. Today we are going to explore how to take your animations from concepts to creation using CLO. Whether you are a beginner or looking to refine your skills, I've got valuable insights to help you bring your ideas to life. To begin, let's discuss the 5 key elements that will guide us through this journey: preparations, motions, environment, lighting, and output. Mastering these elements will help you transform your concepts into captivating animations. Let's start with preparations, which is an essential step in our creative process. We want to ensure our garments are styled and stable, and for that we can use the tag function. By tagging a transparent fabric onto your avatar, you can attach and secure trims as accessory, so they stay in place during movement. It is also important to tag accessories onto the garments or your avatars to keep everything intact. Tagging parts together helps prevent distortion during animation, making the fabric look natural. Plus, you can tag garments to your avatar hands to create interactions between your characters and the clothing. Using the tag functions gives your animations a solid foundation, ensuring your design stays in place throughout the process. Now that we have prepared our garment, it's time to add some motion. Motion is what makes our animation lively and exciting. In addition to using the built-in motions in CLO, you can also download the FBX motion data from Maximals or other platforms. This gives you a range of natural movements to use in your animations. You can also use the wing controllers to make garments flutter as if they're in a breeze, which adds realism to your scene. Another useful technique is OBJ morphing, which lets you switch poses smoothly for better transition between different shapes. Using these motion techniques will turn your static design into vibrant, engaging animations. Next, let's focus on the environment. Crafting a suitable backdrop is essential for setting the scenes and enhance your story. In CLO, you can use default stage materials to build your environment. You can also download additional resources from Connect or the internet to create something unique. Be creative. You can also design your own props by adding thickness to the cross sections of your items. Mixing CLO resources with your own materials allows you to build a stunning showroom or studio backdrops that beautifully complement your animation. Speaking of enhancing your scenes, lighting is crucial for setting the mood and make your animation visually appealing. The rectangle light works like studio light boxes, which is great for creating a three-point light effect. The sphere light mimic lamps, adding spherical glow to the scene. The directional light acts like sunlight, casting sharp shadows and providing clear directions. The spotlight focuses light on specific areas, highlighting what you want the audience to notice. For the realistic effects, the IS light simulates how downlight spreads light in a room using real-world data. Finally, the dim light uses an HDRI map to improve the environment lighting, making everything look more realistic. Each type of lighting can greatly influence the mood of your scenes, helping to tell the story you want to share. Here you can see how the same backgrounds can create different moods with different lighting. Finally, let's talk about output. Adjusting the camera positions or angles can make your animation much more engaging. Techniques like panning or zooming in on key moments will help highlight your characters and garments effectively. The new keyframe animations features in CLO 2025.0 elevates your animations even further. Let's take a look at a short video. You can apply keyframes to different components, creating dynamic and visually appealing effects. By interpolating different keyframes, you can showcase changes over time in colorways, wind effects, gravities, and more. In conclusions, by effectively preparing your garments, incorporating dynamic motions, crafting immersive environments, and utilizing effective lighting, you will be well equipped to elevate your animations. The new keyframe animations features in CLO 5.0 further enhance your creative possibilities, allowing you to showcase changes over time in various elements. I hope these insights inspire you to experiment and innovate in your projects. Now I will hand it over to Chester, who will guide you through the animations variations showcase.
Thank you, Tracy Ho, for sharing valuable tips and tricks for creating animation. I hope these insights inspire everyone to explore your creativity in animation within CLO. Now, I would like to showcase a variety of animation examples created in CLO, highlighting different techniques that can elevate your projects in the future. To start, you can utilize the turntable skill to create a simple yet effective animation that showcases your garment from every angle. By changing the avatar's pose and mixing and matching various garments, you can create a complete outfit that truly stands out. Alternatively, you can hide the avatar to focus solely on the garment itself. Additionally, consider exporting different colorways to achieve a seamless transition on the turntable, enhancing your presentation even further. Next, you can use the Wing Controller tool along with a simple backdrop in CLO to produce a short clip that showcases your garment in a natural flowing manner. Third, you can utilize the walking motion and stage from our CLO library to create a straightforward catwalk animation. However, this initial example only showcases a single angle, which may come across as a bit dull and less engaging. To enhance the experience, consider incorporating camera motion to capture different angles and zoom in and out, focusing on various parts of the garment. This approach creates a more dynamic animation, allowing for a detailed display of your garment. Additionally, here is another example that solely uses camera motion to zoom in and out on different areas of the garment. This technique acts like a guiding path, helping your audience appreciate the details of the design. Another example is the use of the OBJ mopping technique, as Tracy Ho previously mentioned it, to create an exploding garment effect. By integrating these motion techniques, you can transform your static design into vibrant and engaging animations, showcasing the transition from pattern state to garment state. Here is another creative example. You can create a falling down effect by removing all the sewing lines from the garment before recording the animation. This allows for a natural dropping effect that enhances the overall presentation. Now, here are various examples that combine the previously introduced techniques to create more complex animations. This approach allows you to showcase your garment in a dynamic and eye-catching manner. Last but not least, we have a more challenging and advanced example that involves bringing CLO garments into external software. For example, by using the CLO LiveSync plugin to export your design into Unreal Engine, you can achieve stunning results. Here are examples created with Unreal Engine, showcasing enhanced aesthetics and improved quality. Thank you all so much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure to share these examples with you, and I hope they spark inspiration of your future project. As we explored various techniques in CLO animation, I trust you find valuable insights that will enhance your creative process. Remember, the possibilities are endless when it's come to bring your design to life. I encourage you to experiment with these techniques and let your creativity flow. I look forward to seeing your CLO journeys and the stunning work you will create in the future. Thank you once again of your time, and I hope you continue to enjoy your exploration of CLO animation.
Hi, we're Lisa and Lika. We're twin sisters, and we're a digital artist duo based in Hong Kong. We started learning 3D during COVID when we really wanted to start a new hobby. We were both in school. I had a background in fashion design, and it was really difficult for me to sew during COVID. So I found out about CLO 3D, and it made it so much easier. And that's how we got introduced to 3D. And then since then, we started learning a lot through online tutorials and forums. And that's how we started our 3D journey. We also really like fashion design and styling. And it was so natural to us to start like creating artworks about fashion and also using CLO 3D a lot during our process. We typically make animation and artworks that involves our character, which is an avatar that we designed ourselves using other 3D tools. And then we always dress the character in different outfits. So we use CLO 3D to make the garments. We still think that CLO 3D is one of the best tools to make 3D fashion because you can make really detailed and intricate designs. So it's been like a huge part of our 3D work process. And we also do really different types of art styles, and we still use this tool, CLO 3D to make different types of art styles. So we do like very realistic, high poly artworks, but we also do very low poly and pixel art that's inspired by retro video games, which is an aesthetic that we really enjoy. But for both styles, we still use CLO 3D first to make the shape and form of the garments. And also we do cloth simulation on CLO 3D as well because it's very advanced because we do a lot of animations with our character. So for the low poly ones, we also use CLO 3D to make the design first, and then we might export it and optimize the mesh using other tools to match the aesthetic. So I think like 3D, you could do anything. There's like no limit to it. And even for different art styles that you really enjoy, you could use CLO 3D or other 3D tools to create what you imagine. So now we do a very wide range of projects, and we're able to turn this into a full-blown career, and we're able to like quit our daytime job and make like content and also animations and commission work for brands. So we're very grateful to be able to turn this into a career. You might think like 3D garment making is super specific, but you can actually apply that into so many different types of projects and also apply it to different industries as well if you think about like turning this into a career. So for example, like what she said, we've done like commission work, commission artworks or animations for different brands. So we would make like specific products. It could be like fashion collection or like their specific product. You can model it in like CLO 3D, and we've done that before. We've also done different projects such as like for entertainment industry. We've done like music videos or album covers, and we've also done like art exhibitions. And we did one exhibition and we made a collection about movies, and then we tried to dress the characters like the ones in the movies, and then we dressed them using CLO 3D, like exactly how those movie characters look like. So really there's so many possibilities with 3D fashion, and sometimes it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what you can do with it. But we are also just experimenting, and we're trying to like document our entire journey and share it with people online, because in the beginning it was really hard for us to find like outlets and also people we can relate to. So this is like a huge part of like what we do as well, is to like document it. So we use social media a lot to promote our artworks and also promote us as artists. So we share a lot of our behind the scenes and day in the life as an artist kind of thing, because I think it's quite important and fascinating to see like how you created these artworks and animations. And you could do it as well. Like you could just screen record what you're doing and then talking over it is like, and somebody out there would relate to your content and like get inspired to become an artist. So also like on social media, fashion, styling, and is such a huge topic and is very popular. So you could also make content using digital fashion, which we have done as well, like where we put ourselves and then we also involve our character wearing different outfits. And we think it's also like a very cute concept that hasn't been explored that much. So I think there's like a lot of potential with digital fashion and then turning it into a career. There's no like clear rules or guidelines on how to turn being a digital artist into a full-time career. We're also trying to learn and navigate right now as well. So I really hope our conversation today were able to inspire you if you're also considering to be a digital artist. If you have any questions or you just want to be friends, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Hi everyone and welcome. It's great to have you here. I'm Jamie Lee from Connect Platform team at CLO Virtual Fashion. As you can see on the slide, today we'll explore how you can create, share, and connect with your digital assets and how this is becoming the starting point for the creator economy. So let's rewind to the beginning. CLO started as 3D software where users could design garments. Then came CLOset, a platform for communicating and collaborating. But then we asked ourselves, what's next? We wanted to create a complete ecosystem inside CLO. And with this huge library of 3D assets being made every day, we started wondering, what do our users really want to do with them? That one question and insights from our users led us here. A community platform for fashion creators. Our answer was to build a global community platform for fashion creators, a place that brings together an open marketplace, portfolio tools, and networking solutions. Think of it as a unified space where all kinds of 3D fashion content can be shared, discovered, and put to use. It's a place for people who share the same passion for 3D fashion to come together to connect, collaborate, and inspire each other all in one space. And because we've always been user-focused, we've made it a priority to talk to our community and listen to what they really want. So from those conversations, Connect took shape around 5 key areas: store, gallery, contest, community, and gameware. So over the past year, we've spoken to creators all over the world, design experts and digital creatives from fashion, gaming, film, animation, and metaverse, basically anywhere garments can exist. We learned that they're not just looking for ways to share their work, they also want to get inspired. And with so many different backgrounds, that inspiration flows in every direction. But when it comes to designing garments, finding the right trims, fabrics, and even avatars can be really challenging. And all those details affect the final look, as you all know. So we thought, why not take away that hassle and let designers focus on the creative part? So that's the spirit behind our store, where creators can easily find the materials they need, sell their own work, and keep their creative flow going. So to keep that creative flow strong, we're also making sure creators to have access to the right resources, not just a place to sell their work, but also the resources to make it. So we offered a free pattern that anyone can use. We've partnered with Korea Federation of Textile Industries to provide patterns ready for physical production, perfect for both educational use and creative exploration. So by the end of this year, we're adding 300 more patterns. We also keep the conversation going with our community through the Connect official Instagram. Your ideas, feedback, questions help shape what we build next. And the results are starting to show. Now, let's take a look at some store numbers to see how far we've come and where we're going. So here are some numbers from our Connect store. They might not look huge right now, no big, no flashy zeros, but that's actually the point. Over the next 1, 3, 5 years, those numbers will grow and you'll be the part of that growth. Connect is designed for users to take an active role in shaping the platform. Our approach is pretty straightforward. Listen to our users, understand what they truly need, and keep improving based on that feedback. Just as CLO became what it is today by listening to our user community, Connect will continue to evolve by staying connected with its users. With those numbers in mind, the story doesn't end there. Another important part of Connect is helping creators showcase and preserve their work, building portfolios that highlight their unique journeys and talents. So this is another key part of Connect. We want creators to have the freedom to bring whatever they imagine in the digital world to life and showcase it without limits. The 3D assets our users create deserve to be seen, appreciated, and preserved, whether that's for professional work, academic projects, or personal passion. Connect is becoming that go-to space for archiving and sharing creative work. And it's not just individual creators. Brands are recognizing this value too. Fashion brands have started using Connect to archive their past collections, creating digital libraries that capture their history and evolution. This adds even more value to the portfolio content, turning it into a comprehensive, living archive for the industry. It's a way for everyone from indie designers to major labels to keep their creative legacy visible and accessible. Looking ahead, we see even more potential in how portfolios can open doors beyond just showcasing work. So we're exploring ways to expand Connect beyond just creating and sharing, to include that talent matching and career opportunities. Our active users aren't just building portfolios through assets, contests, and awards. They're also catching the eyes of brands, studios, and employers. So at the end of the day, we want Connect to be the place where creativity leads directly to real-world opportunities, as you can see it in the demo. And speaking of creativity, let's dive into one of the most exciting areas shaping that future: design contests. Our contests are all about showcasing your creativity and encouraging collaboration through partnerships. It brings together talented designers from all over and gives you a platform to shine. So here's a quick look at the impact our contests have been made and where we're headed next. Throughout the past year, we've hosted 16 design contests and engaged over 1,000 digital fashion designers and received more than 3,000 submissions. These contests have helped our users build strong portfolios through using assets, participating actively, and winning awards. And for many, these achievements have led directly to real career opportunities. Our goal is to make this contest the biggest and the most recognized fashion competition, not only in the digital space, but as a bridge to the traditional fashion industry. So think about this. Many of today's top luxury fashion brands have been around and leading the industry for over 100 years. That kind of long-standing dominance is rare in most fields. But digital fashion is a still young and open space, with far fewer barriers to entry. This means talented designers who build their name here have a real chance to become a major players, not just in the digital world, but also in the traditional fashion industry someday. That's exactly why we're launching Creative All-Stars. This exclusive annual contest celebrates winners of any Connect contest held in 2025. If you have already won and win the rest of 2025 contests, you will automatically get an invitation to join the Creative All-Stars to compete with other winners. So it's all about recognizing talent, building connections, and opening doors to new opportunities. So keep an eye out for more contests coming your way before the year ends. So as Boyu mentioned, the community is more than just a place to hang out online. It's a vibrant hub where creators share, solve problems, and grow together. We're looking for passionate creators who want to help this space thrive. To make this happen, Connect is committed to growing with its creators. Because we know that for creators to truly succeed, they need more than just tools. They need mentorship, community, and recognition. And that's why we launched creator programs to nurture and spotlight talent. We've completed one full cycle for both programs and are excited to continue growing them moving forward. So the Connect Supporter Program brings on community ambassadors, people who share knowledge, inspire others, and welcome newcomers. Then there are Everywhere specialists, experts who turn CLO garments into game-ready assets. They are more than just technical pros. They bridge creative vision with flawless in-game execution. Through our specialists, we discovered something big. Creators want to bring their garments into virtual worlds. But each metaverse comes with its own rules and technical hurdles. And that's where the next part of our story begins. In virtual worlds, digital garments let people personalize avatars, express style, and make social interactions richer. Whether it's a virtual fashion show or a casual meetup where design sparks conversation. This is exactly what our users asked for. The challenge? Every platform has different guidelines and all different technical requirements. So after rounds of testing and refinement, we built a way to connect assets across platforms efficiently, cost-effectively, and at scale, powered by our automation algorithms. The Everywhere, a one-stop solution that converts CLO garments for multiple virtual worlds. It automates grading, sizing, and rigging, those tedious optimization tasks, right inside the software creators already use. So now let's take a look at Everywhere in action. So with this technology, what we really want to do is bridge gaming and fashion. We want to give creators the freedom to design fashion that goes beyond just the traditional runway into all kinds of virtual spaces. So it's about opening up new places for creativity to thrive, where your designs aren't limited to one industry but can live and inspire everywhere. So we've actually launched a whole new area called gameware. Basically, it's about making sure digital outfits work smoothly across different game environments and getting those outfits out there on multiple gaming platforms. Our very first official partner is Enjoy by Crafton. Right now, Enjoy players can download outfits directly from to customize characters. We started with contest items and some of our own in-house designs. Looking ahead, we're definitely aiming to bring more game titles on board by improving Everywhere's optimization tech and by building strong partnerships with game developers and publishers. So yeah, it's an exciting step toward getting digital fashion everywhere players want it. So to finish things off, what really keeps us inspired is an amazing mix of people using Connect. Individual creators, freelancers, industry pros from fashion, gaming, animation, advertising, you name it. Their passion and creativity is what keeps everything moving forward. From the moment a garment is created through an optimization and distribution, Connect touches every part of that journey. We're building an ecosystem that helps you work smarter and faster, cutting down production time and cost while boosting accuracy and quality. And the best part, we're doing this together, working closely with our users to lead innovation and create a world where every real garment can be digitized and reach its fullest potential in the virtual space. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time and looking forward to creating, sharing, and connecting with all of you.
Hello again, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying the summit so far. For the next few minutes, I would like to introduce a very valuable resource for all CLO users, our community page. We've all been in this situation. You finish a design you're proud of, but then you pause and think, now what? Perhaps you have a small technical question, or you want to get some feedback from people who understand your work. Or maybe you're thinking about your next career step. For all these moments, there is a dedicated space. It lives inside our Connect platform, and today I want to guide you through a special part of it, the Connect community. You can think of it as your online home base, a place to find solutions, share your work, and connect with creators from around the world. Let's take a quick tour of the community page to see how it works. Let's begin on the main CLO website. To get to the community, we'll hover over Support in the top header and then click on Community. And now we have landed on the community page, which is part of our Connect platform. An important thing to know is that this community isn't just for CLO users, but for users of all CLO virtual fashion products. This means you can interact with a diverse group of creators who share similar interests. At the top of the page, you can see that popular or important posts are pinned for easy access. Now let's walk through the topics one by one. First, the official topic contains the Notice and User Spotlight categories. In Notice, our team posts announcements about new CLO releases, webinars, contests, and other news. User Spotlight is where we feature written interviews with our users. Here you can find inspiring stories, for instance, from a national swimmer who became a 3D designer, a user who built a business selling digital assets, and even a creator who designed virtual outfit for a K-pop idol group. Now let's move on to the topics where everyone can post and communicate. The general category is, as the name suggests, a place for more informal conversations and sharing your daily life as a CLO creator. The community also hosts fun challenges, and this is the category where users can submit their work. For example, the winners of our recent My Digital Closet Challenge were compiled and shared in a Reels video. Next is the Projects and Steps category. This is a space to share the process behind your work or to showcase your finished projects. Here is a great example, a gothic dress inspired by the popular Netflix series Wednesday. In the Tips and Tricks category, users can share their own techniques and find advice on creating specific items. A simple method you use every day could be a very valuable tip for someone else. And here is the Q&A category, which is one of the most active spaces. Whenever you have a question while using CLO, this is the place to ask. You can get help from other expert users, and our own 3D designers also monitor the section to provide official answers. If you have a suggestion for a new feature or an improvement, you can share your thoughts with us in the user feedback category. Finally, for all the freelancers in our community, we have the job board. Here, you can find 3D designers to collaborate with on a project, or you can post your own portfolio to find your next opportunity. As you can see, the community offers many ways to get involved. To help you get started, I would like to suggest a simple first step. After the summit, please take a moment to visit the community page using the QR code. Explore some of the work, and if you like, leave an encouraging comment with the hashtag CLO Virtual Summit 2025. It's a great way to introduce yourself. Thank you, and let's continue the conversation and stay connected.
Xin chào các bạn, mình xin chia sẻ hành trình khám phá CLO 3D của mình. Chắc hẳn trước đây các bạn từng nghe qua những cái nhận định tương tự như CLO 3D không thật, không áp dụng được, nó chỉ là trào lưu. Mình hiểu bởi vì mình cũng từng nghi ngờ giống như vậy. Mình là kỹ thuật rập, mình phải đảm bảo những thứ bạn nhìn ở trên máy tính có thể may ra ở ngoài thực tế. Vì chúng ta cùng đánh giá xem là nhận định trên có cơ sở hay không. Con người đánh giá sự vật hiện tượng qua 5 giác quan: mắt để nhìn, tai để nghe, mũi để ngửi, miệng để nếm và da để cảm nhận. Sự tham gia đầy đủ của các giác quan làm cho kết quả đánh giá chính xác hơn. Nhưng trên 3D thì chỉ có thị giác hoạt động. Bạn không thể cảm nhận được độ rũ của vải, độ mềm, cứng. Bạn không thể cảm nhận được mức độ vừa vặn khi cử động. Đặc biệt là trên các áo trần bông thì bạn sẽ không thể cảm nhận được mức độ giữ nhiệt trên quần áo có tốt hay không. Đó là những giới hạn rõ rệt mà trên các phần mềm 3D đều gặp phải. Nó từng khiến chính mình nghi ngờ rằng liệu 3D có thật sự đáng tin hay không. Nhưng rồi mình nhận ra một điều rằng trong sản xuất công nghiệp, việc các bạn may nhiều giai đoạn mẫu và gửi đến khách hàng để họ duyệt thiết kế, chất liệu và tay nghề làm cho cái quá trình phát triển mẫu kéo dài ra thêm, và khách hàng họ cần sản xuất nhanh chóng và họ không ở đây, họ ở một quốc gia khác, ở một cái múi giờ khác và họ cần ra cái quyết định nhanh chóng. Thì lúc đó bạn cần một cây cầu. Với mình, CLO 3D là cây cầu. CLO 3D không thay thế mọi giác quan, nhưng mà nó khuếch đại thị giác, khiến người xem tin rằng họ đang nhìn vào một cái mẫu thật. Mình không nói vậy vì mình tin vào phần mềm, mình nói vậy bởi vì mình đã từng kiểm chứng. Trước đây mình là kỹ thuật rập 2D, khi công ty mở team 3D thì mình xung phong chuyển sang vì mình muốn hiểu là nó hoạt động như thế nào. Nhưng khi mình sang á, thì mình nghe một số lời bàn tán rằng là 3D chỉ là trào lưu thôi, nó không có ứng dụng được, bởi vì khách hàng họ chỉ ra quyết định sản xuất dựa trên cái mẫu thực tế. Nếu chỉ nhìn trên cái mẫu 3D thì họ sẽ không có đưa ra cái quyết định chính xác và họ sẽ không làm như vậy. Thì những cái lời bàn tán đó thì cũng làm mình lay động, nhưng mình không bỏ cuộc và mình bắt đầu mày mò tìm hiểu cách xử lý lỗi. Mình làm đi làm lại một thao tác 4-5 lần, quan sát sự khác biệt trước và sau, và mình phán đoán cái cách phần mềm nó hoạt động. Và rồi mình nghiệm ra một cái nguyên tắc mà mình vẫn giữ đến giờ. Không có tiêu chuẩn nào tốt bằng việc so sánh mẫu thực tế với mẫu 3D. Mình lấy mẫu thật là mục tiêu và sử dụng và biến CLO 3D thành công cụ sắc bén để mình thực hiện cái mục tiêu của mình. Có nghĩa là giống như là các bạn giải một bài toán mà đã có đáp án. Bây giờ các bạn chỉ đi tìm cái cách để giải thôi. Còn câu hỏi và đáp án thì các bạn đã có. Bây giờ mình sẽ sử dụng CLO 3D giống như là một cái công cụ hoàn toàn là một cái công cụ thôi để thực hiện cái mục đích của các bạn. Thì nó sẽ dễ hơn rất là nhiều nha các bạn. Và mình nhận thấy rằng CLO 3D thì nó có những cái công cụ mạnh mẽ để mô phỏng lại cái mẫu thực tế. Nhờ cách làm đó, mình có những bước ngoặt lớn. Ví dụ như là trong một lần khách hàng họ rút đơn hàng từ nhà máy khác về công ty mình. Deadline bị rút ngắn nghiêm trọng, chưa có vải, chưa có nguyên phụ liệu. Họ yêu cầu mình dựng 20 mẫu 3D trong vòng 7 ngày để họ xem xét, chỉnh sửa trước khi đưa vào sản xuất. Mình hoàn thành đúng hạn và cuối cùng là công ty mình giành được 20 đơn hàng đó. Hay khi mình làm freelancer bên ngoài, một công ty cần gấp mẫu thiết kế trong đêm để sáng hôm sau họ thuyết trình với Samsung về mẫu đồng phục mà bên họ thiết kế. Mình nhận công việc lúc 6 giờ tối, mình thức trắng đêm cùng đội thiết kế của họ, chỉnh sửa từng chi tiết. Sáng hôm sau mình giao mẫu đúng hạn và cuối cùng thiết kế đó được Samsung chấp nhận. Từ những lần như vậy thì mình hiểu CLO 3D không phải để trình diễn, nó thật sự có giá trị ứng dụng cao vì nó có thể mang về những đơn hàng giá trị. Nhưng mình cũng nhận ra một điều rằng trước kia công việc của mình chỉ xoay quanh những con số, những bảng rập giấy. Mình chưa từng hình dung rằng có ngày mình sẽ thảo luận trực tiếp với khách hàng quốc tế. Nhưng chính nhờ CLO 3D đã mở ra cánh cửa đó, biến những ý tưởng trên giấy thành những mẫu thật ngay trên máy của khách hàng. Mình được tiếp xúc với những công nghệ mới nhất trong ngành, làm quen với những tiêu chuẩn cao hơn mà trước đây mình chưa từng biết tới. CLO 3D không chỉ thay đổi công việc của mình, mà nó còn thay đổi cả cách mình nhìn nhận vị trí của mình trong ngành may mặc. Mình không còn là người chỉ làm theo bản thiết kế, mình trở thành người có thể nói chuyện với khách hàng. Mình trở thành người có thể thảo luận với khách hàng về cấu trúc, về kỹ thuật trước khi đưa ra sản xuất. Nó cũng tạo ra một môi trường buộc mình phải liên tục học hỏi, bởi khi bạn làm việc ở tiêu chuẩn quốc tế, bạn không được dừng lại. Và mình nói thế này, nếu không có CLO 3D, mình không thể hình dung được hôm nay mình đang ở đâu. Có thể mình chỉ quay quần trong phạm vi kỹ thuật với những giới hạn cũ và không bao giờ có cơ hội bước ra những sân chơi lớn. Đó là điều may mắn mình có được mà mình chia sẻ để những bạn giống mình hiểu được rằng nếu không biết CLO 3D thì các bạn đang bóp hẹp lại con đường phát triển của mình, ngay cả khi bạn đang rất giỏi nghề. Trong quá trình khám phá CLO 3D thì mình cũng tham gia vào các hội nhóm để hỏi về cách xử lý lỗi, nhưng mà mình nhận thấy là không ai thật sự muốn chia sẻ kiến thức của họ. Khi mình làm tốt hơn thì mình tự nhủ, nếu kiến thức chỉ giữ lại cho mình thì ai sẽ thay đổi điều này. Mình bắt đầu đăng các sản phẩm mình làm vào các nhóm, giải thích cách xử lý lỗi, những nguyên tắc kỹ thuật phía sau các cái thao tác. Từ vài chục người ban đầu, hiện tại cộng đồng của mình đã có 700 thành viên. Cộng đồng là nơi an toàn để mọi người thoải mái chia sẻ mà không sợ bị phán xét, biến những người thầm lặng thành những chuyên gia tự tin. Ưu điểm của cộng đồng hiện tại là giải quyết vấn đề nhanh chóng nhờ vào số lượng thành viên giàu kinh nghiệm. Một số thành viên trong cộng đồng từ chưa biết gì, qua một số buổi workshop mình tạo, họ đã tìm được việc làm. Kế hoạch của mình là tạo ra một thư viện lưu trữ lỗi và giải pháp với mục đích cộng đồng không chỉ là nơi giải quyết các vấn đề riêng lẻ mà còn là nơi để tạo ra một kho tri thức chung, nơi mọi người có thể học hỏi lẫn nhau dễ dàng và nhanh chóng. Niềm tin của mình là thông qua cộng đồng nâng cao tiêu chuẩn người dùng Việt Nam, giúp người Việt Nam tiến gần hơn với tiêu chuẩn quốc tế. Lời cuối mình muốn chia sẻ: một sản phẩm trông đẹp chưa chắc đúng kỹ thuật, chưa chắc sẵn sàng để sản xuất. Công việc của mình và các bạn là đảm bảo điều đó. Và mình tin khi bạn làm một sản phẩm đúng kỹ thuật, bạn không chỉ thay đổi công việc của mình mà bạn còn nâng cao chất lượng của cả cộng đồng. Xin hết.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's virtual summit. I'm Jeanette, 3D specialist at CLO, where I help users harness the power of our CLO ecosystem. And today, my sharing topics will be how CLO ecosystem enhance users' storytelling in e-commerce. So I'm excited to share with you that different products in CLO ecosystem, which are CLO, Corset, and Connect, and also show you how those products can enhance storytelling in e-commerce. So in the next 10 minutes, I will walk you through some real-world example, a demo website that created by our team and also our client's website to showcase the potential of 3D. So first, maybe let's talk about why storytelling matters in e-commerce. So today, customers don't just want products. They may want more experience and also the story. So therefore, a compelling story builds emotional connection and also fosters the brand image and also drive sales. But how do you tell a story in a crowded online market? So that's where CLO can help. So 3D garments create with CLO offer a dynamic and also interactive visuals that brings product true to life. And what is more important is 3D garments could also be an alternative way to replacing physical sample production, which can help users reduce production costs in an early selling stage. So our advanced garment simulation and also high quality output can also meet the demands for realistic visual, whether it is showcasing a garment fit, the texture, or textile movement. Additionally, seamless integration with assets library and also marketing tools also enhance users' e-commerce platform. To see how it works, let's explore our demo website first. So here we are on the homepage of the demo website. By the way, you will notice that all the products displaying in this website are all created in CLO. Some users may be surprised that besides apparel, CLO can also create products like bag, accessory, and home textile. And yes, of course we can. As our CLO software is proficient in textile simulation, so products that create with fabrics, CLO can also narrate. And besides 3D creation, CLO ecosystem also support high quality render engine with users to create realistic product photos, and also animation, and of course the virtual showroom. And this is the kind of impact you can achieve with CLO. So these aren't just images. They are more like an experience that makes users and also customers want to explore more. And now let's head to the clothing section to see a range of the garment design. So you can see each design showcased with incredible details here. With CLO, you can easily create variation in colors, texture, or fits on different design to attract different clients, just like the website it does. So imagine your product displayed in this way. Each unique design directly connects with your customers. And what's more important is you could always change the model, the fabrics, the design, and also different styling for your design and for your garment with zero production costs. Because it's all in digital, right? And of course, with the help of AI technology today, users can also achieve a more true-to-life photo shoot with a real human artificial image to showcase their products. So in CLO, we have an inbuilt AI tool which can help users to do face swapping from virtual avatar face to real human face. So with this approach, no need to worry about your customer may be hesitate on virtual avatar when they do shopping. And next, maybe we can check out our interactive elements, the concept virtual showroom. So once users enrich their 3D sample libraries, they can always create virtual showroom for their product via concept. So look at this virtual showroom. Customer can rotate or zoom in on garment or on different products in the showroom. So this interactivity, which concept 3D will support, you could also showcase your product in 3D and also embed the virtual showroom on your website. So not just simply a flat image, but it's more comprehensive look of your product, also a storytelling of your whole collection and brand identity. Nevertheless, 3D is always a tool to expand business potential. So you can see there are many of CLO experts in the garment industry, from our wonderful individual users to enterprise clients. The CLO circle is big, and we also want to connect CLO users together. So therefore, our another product connect would be a platform, okay, to showcase your stunning 3D works and also talents to all CLO users. And this is also a way to expand your digital assets business market. Like for example, we have some trim suppliers like YKK and K&K. They have their own digital trim portfolio on Connect for all CLO users to purchase. And of course, to increase the exposure of their products. As an 3D artist, you could also create different 3D garments for the market. So you can see now we have a lot of CLO experts uploading and selling their creation on Connect. So how can you apply this to your own business? Maybe now it's time to talk about some practical ideas. First, with CLO, you can always navigate these 3D visuals in social media campaigns. And eye-catching posts can also attract new customers and drive traffic to your store. So with such immersive lookbook or animation, dynamic visual creates in CLO can express your brand story impressively. And at the same time, consider the virtual showroom experience. With concept, you can always let customers to explore your product in a virtual shop through unique e-commerce experience, which can help you to stand out in a crowded market and also attracting new customers. And expand digital assets business market to achieve side revenue growth would definitely be a good opportunity for the future. So let's check out how our existing clients' e-commerce example. Maybe it can help to collect some ideas. So this is the website from one of our clients, Afford. They utilize CLO to create their products in 3D and also stunning campaigns on their website to showcase the digital collection. And of course, all their products are all created in CLO. And all those digital products could also purchase directly. And here another example is T-Bond, also showcasing their fabrics and also design with the help of CLO for their business. And we do have another example from Rick Founder. So you can see all digital products they create in CLO can also use for the e-commerce purpose and also for the selling purpose. So as a wrap-up, let's do a recap, okay? CLO ecosystem unlocks 3D creativity and also empowering you to create compelling story that transform e-commerce. So the website that we explored today show what's possible. Stunning visual, engaging experience, and also a brand story that resonates. So you can achieve this too using CLO to move beyond traditional sales and also create immersive customer journey. So at the end, thank you for joining me today. I hope you all inspired to explore CLO potential. And if you have time, revisit our demo website and of course our current website for more ideas. And also start your own 3D storytelling journey with CLO. So thanks again here, and let's unleash your creativity with us together. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Wilson. I'm currently support sourcing and production workflow at Li & Fung. I leverage advanced digital tools, particularly CLO and different AI tools, to drive efficient, streamline process, and promote sustainable practice in fashion industry through innovative digital solutions. With over 25 years of experience in the fashion industry, I have held key roles across various sectors, including fashion brands, garment factory, textile mill, and trading company. This diverse background enabled me to provide practical solutions tailored to the modern challenge of the supply chain. In addition to my work at Li & Fung, I am also an instructor at the Hong Kong Clothing Industry Training Authority, where I teach foundational CLO course. My goal is to help professionals embrace digital transformation in our industry. Today, I am excited to share insight on my CLO journey to digital excellence and discuss how we can navigate the evolving landscape of fashion together. From factory floor to digital future, capture my 25 years career. From inspection sewing line to now leading digital transformation, I have constantly asked, how can we turn traditional industry wisdom into digital solutions? As we move forward, we aim to transition from traditional workflow to a more modern approach by incorporating various new tools such as CLO 3D and AI technologies. Our vision for the ideal workflow include AI-driven trend forecasting, traditional fashion design and 3D fashion design, digital pattern making, digital design, virtual fitting, digital showroom, sustainable production, and also strengthen our e-commerce capabilities. It's important to note that this ideal workflow depends on the company setup, current process, and capabilities. However, each aspect is designed to align with our three core missions: efficiency, streamlining process to improve productivity and reduce time to market; sustainability, committing to environmentally responsible practice that benefit both our industry and the planet; streamline workflow, creating integrated workflow that enhance collaboration and communication across teams. By embracing these new tools and methodologies, we can revolutionize the way we work and effectively meet the challenge of the modern fashion industry. We imagine an ideal workflow and focus on our goal of efficiency, sustainability, and smooth process. We also need to recognize the big challenge facing the fashion industry today. As we look at the need for digital transformation, here are some key challenges to address. In efficiency, slow physical sample cycle lead to high cost and shipping delay. Waste. Too many physical samples create material waste and require rework. Communication gaps. Misunderstanding often happen between design, sourcing, and production teams. Long lead times. Difficulty in responding quickly to the market changes limit our agility. Key insight. Having spent 25 years across plant, factory, mills, and trading, I have observed this bottleneck firsthand. Digital transformation isn't just a nice to have, is necessary. After discussing the challenge that call for digital transformation, I want to share my journey with CLO 3D. My experience with different fashion brands have helped me find practical solutions for sourcing and productions. Virtual prototyping with CLO 3D. With CLO 3D, we can quickly reduce the need for physical samples. For example, if the designer says, "I need to see this dress in blue, not green," we can make the change right away. We have cut sampling 1 from 4 to 2:1, making our approval process faster. Streamline communication. Using tools like Closet platform help us avoid misunderstanding. Imagine a sourcing manager asking, "What's the fabric spec for this style?" We can reply with a clear details by uploading to the Closet to share with them. By clearing up confusion, we are saving 10 hours each week in communication. Digital materialization. Being able to see fabric instantly has changed how we choose material. For instance, when a team member asks, "Can we see how fabric look in natural light?" we can show them visual right away by using CLO. This helps us make smart choice without needing extra samples. Fit and size efficiency. Doing earlier virtual fit section is a game changer. A fit technician saying, "Let's see how the garment look like on model before reproducing." With CLO 3D, we can do just that. This approach helps us avoid costly change later. Through my experience with various brands, I have seen how using CLO 3D has tackled many challenges in our industry and opened the door to a more efficient and sustainable way of working. Now, let's look at the broader impact of this solution on our operations. We have explored the practical solution I've implemented through my CLO 3D journey. Let's take a moment explaining the tangible impact these changes have brought to our operations. This is just one example of the transformative result I have witnessed in my experience working with various brands. The impact. Efficiency gains. First and foremost, we have achieved significant efficiency gains. For instance, we have reduced lead time by 45%, allowing us to respond to market demands much more faster. Additionally, our low sampling costs have decreased by 69%, which has led to fewer errors in production, enhancing our overall workflow. Sustainability wins. We have significantly reduced the number of physical samples. We have minimized the waste and reduced our shipping need, which directly saving carbon emissions. This commitment to less material waste aligns perfectly with our eco-friendly objectives. Enhanced collaboration. We have fostered enhanced collaboration across teams. With clear visual and powered communication, decision-making has become faster and more efficient. Team members now have clear expectations and feel empowered to contribute meaningfully. Building the future. This isn't just tech adoption. It's a crucial shift toward digital-first supply chain. It's crucial to understand that this outcome may vary based on each company's unique circumstance and how effectively we can transform existing process and culture. Let's now dive deeply into how we can sustain the momentum and build upon these successes. We have talked about the impact of digital transformation. Let's look at how you can get started on this journey. Join the digital transformation. Start small. You don't need to make huge change all at once. Begin with small projects that can show quickly result. For example, try a virtual prototyping project with a one product line to see how it works. Invest in skill. As we bring in new technology, it's important to train our team. This helps everyone use the tool effectively. Offering training on CLO 3D can help designers work faster and better. Collaborate. Working together across departments is crucial. Encourage teams to share ideas and feedback. For example, getting design and sourcing teams to collaborate early can lead to quicker and better decisions. Think holistically. Look at the big picture when making changes. Consider how improvement in one area can benefit others. For instance, better design process can lead to a smoother production and a more sustainable supply chain. By taking this step, you can all be part of the transformation. Moving toward a digital-first future is essential for success in today's fast-paced fashion industry. Let's embrace this opportunity together. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Yi Fan. I'm currently a PhD student at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University under the supervision of the Professor Ye Lam. Before starting my PhD, I spent about 5 years in the fashion industry, both as a designer and a merchandiser. Now, in my research area, I focus a lot on the fabric simulation and digital twins. And CLO 3D has become one of the tools I use the most. It helps me not just to visualize, but also to prototype and test ideas quickly. And I'm really happy to share that I was a champion of 2024 TIP program. So I joined the TIP program is under my supervisor's suggestion, and I'm really glad I did. The training was very systematic. I got to explore almost every major function in CLO 3D, especially like the animation and physical settings. I also learned how to become more efficient in using the tools like layering, fabric presets, and the pattern editing. What stood out to me the most was seeing how CLO 3D is applied in the real industry cases. That gave me a new perspective. CLO 3D is not just a design tool, it's also a collaboration platform that connects different parts of the workflow. And before the TIP, I was mostly self-taught. I often run into unstable objects or errors, especially when I try more complex designs. Through the TIP, I learned how to adjust parameters properly, which gave me a much more stable workflow. I also started to use CLO 3D across sites for visual sharing and feedbacks. It may make me realize how much faster communication can be across the design, merchandising, and production teams. Another shift for me was learning to use the fabric editor. I can now adjust parameters like the strength, weight, and bending to build fabric that feel much closer to the real materials. I also expanded my use of the CLO from the visual selling to functional garment building, and even building a small showroom to present a collection. Most importantly, I discovered that CLO 3D simulation is strong enough to give an idea of the garment performance before making physical samples. Let me share some of my projects from the TIP program. One highlight was the lace waistcoat design with a complex multi-layer structure. I added inner and outer layers stitched in a brand label, and I also worked with embroidery signings. I experimented with embroidered velvet sleeves and a hat, and even tried creating a brand logo in embroidery and print. I also sell the avatar with some makeup and accessory to create a complete look. So there is also something new I picked up during the TIP was using the pin tool for dripping. I also play around the lighting, combining the HDR outdoor light with multiple indoor and natural light sources. Finally, I built a virtual showroom space, which really made the presentation feel like the proper collection showcase rather than just individual 3D garments. So finally, next one is my video I create based on the TIP requirements. I try to make a simple brand proper sample. So it's like the lookbook with some animation. Because of the limited time, I didn't have a chance to render the video, so I used the capture tool to record this dancing animation directly. Oh, that's it. End of my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, I'm Bowen Mok, a fashion designer based in Hong Kong. I come from a traditional all-rounded fashion background, from research and designing to costing, sampling, and to production. What excites me most is the whole journey, creating from scratch, solving problems along the way, and finally seeing ideas come to life. My foundation is in high-end fashion, where every detail matters: tailoring, materials, workmanship. I often explore hand beading and embroidery, not just as decoration, but as a way to carry the design spirit into each garment. Here you can see one of my favorite projects, the 2 yellow tie-dye silk dresses on the left. They were hand-dyed with fukuji tree leaves, a way of bringing nature directly into design. While my roots are in craft, I'm always curious about new materials and methods. This led me to explore sustainability and new technologies. Over time, I have become more aware of how fashion industry impacts our environment and health. That awareness led me to experiment with natural dye, eco-print, and even biomaterials. For me, sustainability is not only about slowing down fast fashion, it's about responsibility, respect, and preserving heritage skills, making garments with care and meaning. This curiosity eventually brought me to digital fashion. In 2024, I joined the CLO Tailor Incubator program. CLO opened new possibilities for me, testing ideas more efficiently, enhancing details of craftsmanship, and visualizing the result in the way that were impossible before. For my projects, I explored the theme herbarium, inspired by nature and experimenting with eco-print placement, color combination, and the flow of the garment. CLO allowed me to test and refine these concepts virtually, making handcrafts more efficient and precise. I was honored to receive first runner-up, and I'm truly grateful to the CLO Hong Kong team for their professional training. It really opened new doors for me. Here is a short video that I produced during the program. Working with CLO also reminded me of the value of the physical sample room. Recently, a 40-year-old sample room in Hong Kong closed down. For me, it was a wake-up call, a reminder of how easily craftsmanship and knowledge can disappear. And I started asking myself, how can we preserve these skills and experiences and carry them into the future? Sample rooms in Hong Kong face many challenges: limited space, rising costs, and a shortage of skilled labor. The process also consumes a lot of resources: multiple mock-ups, fabric samples, and endless paper patterns. It not only increases cost, but also creates waste that is difficult to recycle. That's why I see CLO as so powerful. It helps us test and refine ideas virtually, saving time, cost, and resources. That's why I'm now building my own virtual sample room, providing services for high-end fashion brands. I translate initial ideas into design, then collaborate with experienced pattern makers to digitize traditional patterns in CLO. Together, we refine virtually before producing any physical samples. This way, traditional skills and digital tools work hand in hand. We achieve better quality, a faster development, lower cost, and much less waste, while also preserving knowledge in a digital format. For me, CLO isn't just software, it's a bridge between craft and technology, between heritage and innovation, and between people from different expertise and generations. It helps us keep valuable skills alive while moving together toward a greener and a more responsible fashion future. Thank you so much for letting me share my journey today. Feel free to reach me out on Instagram. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Daniel Harris. I'm currently building Fitmology, crafting menswear and women's wear in made-to-order tailoring services that embeds 3D tools into every bit of our production workflow. So a bit of a background, I actually come from a non-fashion degree. I studied arts and interior design in the University of Tarumanagara, and I later worked for interior design studio that handles high-end residential clients. This is where I got introduced to a lot of 3D techniques and pipelines for clients that wanted a lot of customization in their designs. And this is common in typical market segment as opposed to designing for retails or public spaces. And throughout university, I also took classes in furniture designs, where I later grew curious in the challenge of working with a single product as opposed to an entire room. This is where I truly honed the skills for photorealism in product visualization. I come across Marvelous Designer through some online tutorials. It was about modeling soft surfaces for bedding elements like blankets and pillows, like the one that you see in these renders here. I was curious, and I briefly explored more when I had an opportunity to contribute in a fundraising project, making a hoodie and base layer mockup for students fundraising in university. Both of these experiments is what I think planted the early seed on my current journey as a fashion tech specialist. Post-graduation, I joined Dehin Global. They're an international garment manufacturer for multiple clients in North America and Australian market. I joined as the digital product creation team lead to help launch their 3D team. And as anyone would know, DPC is a very technical environment. Our team was doing a lot of virtual fit simulations. We were drafting 3D CADs in, day out. I started a few months just before the pandemic hit, which changed everything overnight. It's a difficult situation to control for buyer and clients because all logistic went to a halt, and sampling just simply couldn't happen. And all of a sudden, 3D wasn't just a cool experiment. Over the course of later months, 3D was widely adopted to help counter the crisis at the time. It happened like a domino chain within the same time for our other clients. What I found to be funny is that for automotive and interior industry, they had implemented this long back, and like how they have learned it from game and movies industry, and they have carefully crafted their best practices throughout the years. But for garment industry, for us, we had to force ourselves to adapt it in a much more difficult circumstances because of the compactness of the time. But however, from a team lead perspective, what I found to be cool is that I saw how that shift didn't just save time, but it made our entire department, like cross department outside of 3D, like for in design and tech and production, it made the whole thing more connected. Everybody could raise issues before things happen, and the dynamic was just great when we adopt 3D. But DHG also have a creative side, even though like we were mainly built workflows for productions, but we also carved out space to explore creative side of things at the side as a side project. These weren't part of our day-to-day deliverables. These were more like our visual studies and experiment. We were experimenting a lot with photorealism, trying to see how I could shift the way digital garments would communicate, not just to look nice, but to feel believable. And what I found to be photoreal these days is not just fancy renders, but all aspects working together from the creative side of things, along with the technical CAD side, to create something that feels real enough to respond to, that an actual person could relate with, something that feels familiar for them to make a call. So the beginnings of Fitmology. So at one point, a little bit of a story, at one point I lost weight of 18 kilograms in a relatively short period of time, and I just simply couldn't shop around and find a good fitting clothes because of my body proportion. And it's just a painful experience because right and left there isn't like a clothing that fits well out of the rack. So in conjunction with that, at the time I was also wondering if these same tools that we have at enterprise scale could help big teams move faster, would also work in a way that's in a different direction, where one person is able to execute this in a one-man setting. So because of that, I think that's what led me to Fitmology, because also the truth is not everyone is gonna fit the system of sizes in the context of ready-to-wear garment, and honestly, not everyone should have to. What comes in handy is having a method where one person with the right tools could deliver these custom fit tailoring surfaces, but with the same kind of confidence you get from enterprise-grade productions or big retails. And the workflow I use now, it starts with building a true scale avatar of the client, like the ones that you see here in these renders, and along with that, the mannequin body for simulations. Being able to have that one-to-one digital humans at this level, it solves both pattern accuracy challenges as well as visualization advantages for marketing at later stage. And honestly, it's just so much fun drafting patterns with a mannequin that feels relatable, because you're familiar with all the sizes, you're familiar with you know what a 90 centimeters looks like in this body, and having a base 10 is not just a gimmick, it gives a sense of scale to the spaces that you are designing in. And the goal is simple, to just let people really see themselves in what they're about to wear, and feel good about the fit before a single stitch is made. The important to note is that all this is done in accordance with the actual measurements and informations of the body data, or else it will just be fancy pictures. The reasoning behind Fitmology is that when it comes to high precision tailoring, especially in a make-to-order setting, the accuracy of the body representation plays a crucial role in the overall client experience. So while parametric avatars work great in mass production workflow, people outside the body size system would need a different approach. Tailoring surfaces would actually need to have a tailored approach. And in this mini assessment, I tried to understand the body unique features. This one body in particular had a posture with a slightly forward shoulder, short torso, and a naturally outward ankle stance. These features, unique to each individual, will affect how the simulation would trade. And these differences have a huge impact on how a garment would perform in the bigger picture. What I could also summarize here is that it's not just about these sizes, it's about shape, posture, and how someone's skeletal structure influences in the way they stand or move around. And the bigger goal here is to remove all the guesswork, so when people are drafting patterns, they could anticipate of the unique features in each of any one of these bodies. So what comes next is that drafting for a block fit. And here is what it looks like behind the scenes when I review a fit. For people where their body assessment features is in the extreme side of proportion, creating a set of foundational block is just the ideal approach. So it's not just about whether something looks nice, it's about how it behaves on the body that's reconstructed in 3D as well. What you're seeing here is a digital fitting session for a pair of high waist pleated trousers. In this case, I'd used a standard shape pattern, and eventually it resulted in pulling and twisting in bodies areas that are unique. And in this example, it's in the knee area where you can notice there were drag lines towards the leg inseam. With one-to-one body form, all the guesswork is removed. This span needs rebalancing for its angled knees, like we've seen in this body assessment. The bottom picture is the updated simulation overlaying with the original and shows exactly what got adjusted. The micro adjustment are what lead to the moment where the client tries on the garment later on, and they would go on and, hey, this actually fits well. It's a small stuff, but it's big issues, but it adds up to a big difference in how someone would feel in their clothes. What comes next once the Muslim prototypes works well, or the fit and shapes are approved, I moved into the fabric selection phase, and this is where this little fabric sheet comes in handy. It's not anything fancy. It's just a place where I keep track of what I actually have on hand, the swatches I've collected, or what's back at the stock in Jakarta or in Bandung, or even the swatches that's been on my mind that I wanted to purchase. What makes this helpful for this workflow is that it's one-to-one digital version of the real fabric that I can actually buy from the shop. So it's important to have your 3D workflow that is based on what's available in the physical real world. So it just means to say that I'm not switching materials halfway through the process. There's the direct line from what the client sees in 3D to what they received in the real world. And this sort of like a consistent resemblance is what builds trust. It also saves me a lot of back and forth. And in the last step of the process is the collection review. It's kind of like a window shopping really, but with your avatar. At this point, I'd sit down with the client and lay out a range of garments that's already been made according to their body specs and what I think would suit the client's proportion, postures, and taste, and we go through them together. The idea isn't just to overwhelm with a choice, but to nominate one or two pieces that feels right based on the correct visualization or the impression of how they would look like wearing the garment. So it's also important to communicate design intent. Let's say, for example, these certain types of clothes are made to be worn in tucked in, half tucked in, fully tucked in, or relaxed posing. What we picked at this stage becomes the final garment. That's what you see rendered here. And the beauty is, by this point, it's not a leap of faith anymore. The client already know how it fits. They have seen the clothing on their own bodies. They've seen how their body holds it. There's a sense of certainty that makes it worth it. And to an extent, that's the whole point of Fitmology. It's to build something that fits, something that works, and something that's personally theirs. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
What an inspiring day it has been. Thank you all for joining us at the CLO Virtual Summit 2025. A huge thank you to our incredible speakers for sharing their journeys and expertise, and to all of you in the audience for your energy and thoughtful questions. It is clear that this room is filled with immense passion and talent. Today we saw firsthand how CLO is not just a tool, but a catalyst for creativity and a bridge to new opportunities. But today is more than just a single event. It's a testament to the power of this community. This conversation doesn't have to end here. We invite you to continue sharing, learning, and collaborating on our Connect platform, where this creative energy lives on every day. Now for just a couple final reminders before we say goodbye. First, to help us shape the future of these events, we would be grateful for your feedback. You'll find the survey link in the chat. It will be open for the next 48 hours, and as our special thank you to our live attendees, we'll be holding a raffle for some exclusive CLO merchandise for those who participate. Second, all of today's sessions have been recorded and will be available on the official CLO YouTube channel soon. Let's carry the energy from today forward. Keep creating, keep innovating, and keep connecting. Together, we're truly shaping tomorrow with CLO. Thank you again, and we can't wait to see you next time.